We have discussed extensively on Let Me Die Alone by Kolosa Kargbo. In our previous videos, we discussed the plot of the play. We discussed the exploit of Madam Yoko and how she died and the incident that happened, or the situations and incidents that occur that led to the death of Chief Gbanya, Madam Yoko, and the eventual banishment of Musa and Lamboi from the Senehun chiefdom. We have also discussed extensively on the characters and the characterization in the play. We discussed the character of Chief Gbanya, who was the chief. He died and then handed over to Madam Yoko. We also discussed extensively the heroic exploit of Madam Yoko in the Senehun chiefdom, how he relocated the palace from Senehun to Moyamba, and all the exploit he did, the war she engaged, the expansion of the territory of the Senehun province, and then the several other things that she did in the play. And then we discussed the other characters, Lamboi, Musa, Gilo, Jeneba, and other major characters in the play in our previous videos. So in the previous videos, all of them are in this channel. You search for them in the channel, you can get them. And today we'll be looking at the literary devices used in the play. And we have about 4 or 5 videos already in the channel regarding Let Me Die Alone by Kolosa Kargbo. We have the introductory video, we have the characterization and the character explanation video, we have the plot summary, we have the analysis, we have other videos. So today we'll be looking at these literary devices by Kolosa Kargbo. And also it will be good for you to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified anytime another video is uploaded. We upload videos time to time, analysis of poem, analysis of drama, novel, and other literature aspect of literature. So today let's look at some of the devices that are used in the play Let Me Die Alone. So the first one, we are going to be looking at the rhetoric question used in the play. And this rhetoric question is used in Act 1, Scene 1. Like the copy of the Let Me Die Alone I have is in page 3. So where Chief Gbanya said, "But how will I enter the land of my forefathers?" And this question was asked when he was with Madam Yoko. And then Madam Yoko suggested that they should offer sacrifice to the gods to ensure a peaceful passage to the land of the dead. So when somebody asks you a question like this, how can I enter the land of the dead or the land of my fathers? You know, it is a rhetoric question because no human actually knows how Chief Gbanya can enter the land of the forefathers, that is the land of the dead. So, and this situation occurred after he dreamt about him being beaten, being tortured, being dealt with by the Governor Samuel Rowe. So, in a situation where it may lead to death, he asked this question: how can he enter the land of his forefathers? So it is a rhetorical question because an answer is not expected either from Madam Yoko or from any other person, any other character in the play. So Chief Gbanya asked this question to emphasize on his imminent death or the imminent misfortune that may befall him when Governor Samuel Rowe visit the Senehun chiefdom. Let's look at another. We have allusion. Allusion is a reference to something, especially in the literary art. So we see that the 6 villages to the north of the Tabe tree. This is a the messenger the messenger to Governor Samuel Ruwe, talking to Madam Yoko when the chiefdom was to be devolved, so that other part will be ruled by another person other than Madam Yoko. So this is what he said. The 6 villages to the north of the Tabe River now belong to the people of the chiefdom of Bo, that is in Art 3, and this is a reference to River Tabe, located in the mountainous areas of the northeastern part of Sierra Leone, near the border with Guinea. So Tabe River is a river that divided Guinea and Sierra Leone. So it is a reference. There is a reference to the river, and as the river is physically used for demarcation, for boundary between Guinea and Sierra Leone, it is metaphorically used and referenced in this play to show that there going to be permanent division of the chiefdom. So some part of it now will go to the chiefdom of Bo, ruled by another person, while Madam Yoko will continue ruling a limited, a more lesser territory, who will now be the Senehun chiefdom. So let's look at another one, the use of imagery. There are several images used in the play. One of the images is Poro shrine. Poro, for some of you who have read the play, Poro is an occultic group, and then they have a shrine. And the shrine, they used to swear if somebody do something bad, just as Madam Yoko was taken there to swear, and when the allegation was leveled against her for killing Jeneba. So Poro shrine it shows the image of gods, and then Poro shrine, then Gbeni, another shrine in the village, then the throne of Madam Yoko, the throne that Madam Yoko succeeded after the death of Chief Gbanya. The soldiers, the colonial soldiers who beat up Chief Gbanya, also is another image. The use of bush, the use of protest against the rulership of Madam Yoko when Jeneba lost, and then Musa lied that Jeneba was killed by Madam Yoko, and also the poisonous herb Ndinaba root, which Madam Yoko drank and then died. There is another image, and also we have the image of death in the play. I think we have about 5 deaths in the play. We have the death of Jeneba, we have the death of Chief Gbanya, we have the death of Madam Yoko. Then we have the death of Mama Kadi's daughter. Mama Kadi's daughter was killed by Musa, and when Lamboi threatened to reveal the secret to the community that Mama Kadi's daughter was killed by Musa for ritual purpose, that was when Musa submitted to his evil plot to kill and do away with Chief Gbanya. And then there is another son again, a son of one of the character, a minor character which do not play much role in the play, that was killed. So in the play we have about 5 dead. The other images in the play are that of war. Yes, there were a lot of wars fought in the play. For instance, Madam Yoko expanded the territory and engaged the warriors. And the warriors, the chief warrior is Undapi, Lavalai, Lasana, all of them were part of the warriors. Even though Lasana later slept with the wife of Undapi, this is a betrayal of friendship. So the court procession is another image, the cultural dance, the song, the gods, then the use of ritual, the use of charm, the use of wailing. All these are several images in the play. We have other ones, but these are some of the major images in the play. And also we have the use of language. How can you rate the use of language in Let Me Die Alone? Is the language complex? Is the language simple? Is it difficult to understand? So we see that the author makes superb use of English language in the play. And the play is particularly well crafted, and the language is embedded with cultural nuances that adequately contextualize the play. So, especially the rich use of proverb. The language is simple to me, and it is easy to understand. So the use of language, for some of you who have not read the play, you can also try and read it. The use of language is simple, and at secondary school level, somebody who is in maybe SS1, SS2, SS3 above should be able to understand the language very well. Even somebody in junior secondary school should be able to read this play and understand it. The language is not complex, and there's no use of grammars that will be difficult to understand. Then we have another one. We have foreshadowing, projecting what will happen in the future. So in Let Me Die Alone also, when Jeneba is sent to call Lamboi and Musa for a meeting in the palace of Madam Yoko, you see that Lamboi admires Jeneba, and said that the lady may die in the hands of the enemies of Senehun for the version of Let Me Die Alone I'm using, that can be found in page 94. So this also foreshadows the abduction and then the brutal killing of Jeneba in the play. So Jeneba is a beloved of everyone in the society. You can see more detail about Jeneba in the characterization that we have done before in the previous video. So Jeneba is a very good girl, loved by Madam Yoko and loved by every other person in the community except those who are enemies of Senehun chiefdom. So eventually she died in the hands of the enemies of Senehun chiefdom. So who are those enemies of the Senehun chiefdom? Lamboi and Musa. So eventually the lady died. The girl died in the hands of the enemies of Senehun chiefdom. Then we have nemesis. We are there nemesis in the play. We are there any kind of retributive justice or retribution in the play, yes. Lamboi and Musa, who committed murder, committed a lot of evil, planted hatred in the community, eventually got served. They were banished from the community. Even the ambition of Lamboi to become the chief of the chiefdom never come to reality, because instead of him to even take over the throne after the death of Madam Yoko, he was already banished from the community, and then Lamboi also banished. So you can see that there was form of nemesis. Both them and their families were banished from the Senehun chiefdom. And also let's look at song and dance. Yes, song and dance. You can see that a lot of young girls in the community participated in cultural dance, and the cultural dance was being piloted by Madam Yoko when Chief Gbanya was still alive, the chief. You can see that at the beginning of the play, when Chief Gbanya was trying to have an affair with Madam Yoko, he dragged Madam Yoko from the midst of the dancers and ushered her to the bedroom. So the cultural dance project the culture of the people, project the culture of the Sierra Leonean people, the culture of the Senehun province. The project and the interpret, and also they serve as check and balances in a situation whereby a chief behaves so badly. They can also try to interrupt or to intervene in the activities of the community. And that was why when Musa lied against Madam Yoko that Madam Yoko has killed Lamboi, even the dancers were against Madam Yoko at that time. So let's look at now the use of alliteration. Yes, we can find this in at one scene one also. And what might that be my lord. So you can see the repetition of the M sound here, might and my. So there are other use of alliteration in the play, but I just single this out for reference purpose. And then let's look at another one, the use of repetition. Yes, the bed, woman, the bed. This also happened in that one scene when Chief Gbanya was dragging Madam Yoko to the bed so that he can satisfy himself. So the use of the bed is also a good example of repetition. And then let's look at the setting of the play. No, the play was set in the 19th century. It's in the Sierra Leone society, and especially in the Menden chiefdom in the southern province of Sierra Leone. And we can also see that the major actions of the play are set in the chief's palace, located in Senehun and Moyamba. You know, the chief palace, which is located in Senehun, where Chief Gbanya ruled from. This usually come out in exam, so you have to know this well. Madam Yoko ruled from Moyamba. He relocated the palace to Moyamba when she became the king, the queen, or the chief of the village. But the husband, Chief Gbanya, ruled from Senehun when he was alive. So, and also the play is a critique of patriarchal tradition that confines female gender to domestic roles and deny them leadership position, especially in traditional African society. Even in modern African society, it is still being practiced in traditional areas that women are not given leadership positions, especially traditional leadership. So these are some of the challenges that women face in African society, even up to date. So they find it difficult to be given leadership position. It could be as a result of religious belief. It could also be as a result of tradition, where women are to be married and do domestic activities instead of leading a community of both men and women. So most of the traditional societies in Africa are patriarchal in nature. They are male dominated. So these are some of the literary devices we are going to be treating in this video, and in our next video we will still expand on other literary devices like the use of metaphor, irony, and other literary devices used. Even the use of anaphora is also can be found in the play. But this is where we are going to stop for today, and then the next videos we are going to be discussing more literary devices used in the play. So I have a class activity for you. State other literary devices employed in the play, or you can say used in the play. Okay, there are other literary devices used as you are reading the play. You also look at some of the literary devices. You can even answer your question in the comment section, and then I will reply you. So thank you for this, and remember to subscribe to the channel so that you will be notified when another video is uploaded. Thank you.